What's going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami. Today we're going to be defending Galencourt. We mostly use the greatsword. I mixed it up a little bit at the end, as you'll see. And I wanted to reiterate, in the last video, I mentioned that I haven't been able to answer you guys in the PC chat because I can't see it on console, and it does keep happening that my friends tell me people are acknowledging me and saying hi. I really appreciate all the support, and this is growing so fast, and I'm not taking that for granted for a second. It's just that I can't answer you because I can't see it. That being said, if you're on Xbox, feel more than welcome to add me as a friend so you can see where I am. I may be able to party up with some of you guys, but I've been getting a lot of messages, so I can't guarantee that it'll be everyone, but I will respond. And last but not least, I wanted to say, when we hit 1,000 subscribers for the channel, I don't know what I want to do yet. If you guys you're probably more creative than me, come up with something we could do to give back to all you guys. Like maybe some kind of event, I'm not really sure. I remember when I had 13 subscribers just making dumb montages. Like they were fun, don't get me wrong. I feel like I still make okay ones now, but this is more high quality content, and once we pass that $9.99 mark to 1,000, I want to give back somehow, so we'll figure that out. That's enough of a ranting preamble for me, so let's get into the gameplay. This guy he's just dead. He's gonna die, but we want to die with him and try and help. See how many we can kill at once, because, you know, we want to win, but we also don't take it too serious. So we decide to die a warrior's death. We take one out, try and get around this guy. It doesn't go well, though. If you're new here, we skip around when, like, we're walking back from the spawn, and the game wasn't full yet. So we were actually kind of doing really well on defense with the people that were in here. It fills up in the next objective. It's almost a shame how good the greatsword is, because I use it for swag and style points. And I like how it plays too, but I wish it was just a little weaker, just so I wasn't being accused of being a meta slave. I just like swords. I don't know. Some people like axes, some people like maces. I just like swords. I think they're neat, but I don't know. It's not a meta thing, it's just an immersion thing for me. Like the longsword I do well with, and I wouldn't say that's nearly as good as the greatsword of the messer in these lobbies, for example. Using swords makes me feel like I'm in like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, stuff like that. If I wanted to do something realistic, I'd use it as a spear, because that's all people were using back then. So I've gone on that rant in earlier videos, but it's been a minute. So like, I'm not using these swords just because I want to be using. I did not even see that catapult when he killed me. Like, it just magically appeared. That was bizarre. But anyway, that's my reason right there. It's not to just put the highest score up possible. It is for immersion. This was very funny to see, because before it filled up, we really were just taking over on defense. We were going all the way into the field, repelling them. Here I do a nice little like stutter step, is what someone called it in the comments once when I do that when I'm coming up to someone. Unfortunately, I need some target practice, because every stab I was doing and swing for a little bit was missing, and the guy with the warhammer comes in and helps him out. We're going to shout out my good friend Seasick Khan here. So he calls archers Legolas fanboys, which is so fucking true, because watch what this archer does when I'm going to kill this guy. Thanks, man. Really cool. Now, you know we don't stress teams damage here, but what we do stress is archers ruining everyone's good time. So here I'm going to throw his javelin back at him, and then... actually, I hit the wrong guy. That wasn't intentional. But then we go back at it. But yeah, Khan is dead on. Lord of the Rings set movies and like media for fantasy stuff that takes like medieval settings back years by just... No one likes archers. They didn't like them back then, I'm pretty sure. Just pick up a sword, pick up an axe, pick up a mace. Don't fight from a distance. It's that simple. And in terms of gameplay and not me having an aneurysm over archers, we repelled them really well here. It actually looked like they were going to capture it, and we kind of... It's fun. It's like I led the charge a little bit, is how I'd say it, because I was in the front and I had a lot of guys pushing up with me, and we all did a really good job of clearing up. I think this is the fortifications, not the courtyard, and now no one's left and we're getting it back. So now it turns into a little bit of a meat grinder on the ladder here. or I guess you'd call that a siege ramp, where they're constantly trying to get up and we just keep killing them. We really had it under control here. I'm doing a lot of team damage, so I walk away. I mean, I think a lot of people were. I'll give myself a bit of a pass. You know, I'll call myself out if it was a problem, but we're just trying to get that siege ramp, like, no one to come up it. But at a certain point, they start getting up, and I back away, try and mop up some kills so they don't keep capturing it. But what I don't notice while I'm doing all this is I'm so overconfident in this team and how well we're doing. I see people start to run towards the courtyard, and I'm like, oh shit, that means they're coming that way. So they capture that in a second, and then the game fills up. But it was pretty funny because I got so in the zone right here that I was like, oh yeah, we're fine, we're gonna win, there's only a minute and a half left. And you just got to be on top of it because it's not the case all the time. Here we make a friend for a split second, so I'm going to slow it down so you can see if he's watching. He emoted at me, so I started waving to him too. I guess I was fast forwarding a little bit when that happened, but we emote for a sec, and then he kind of follows me. We go up here. This part of the map is very awkward for me. I never know if I should just wait on the boats, but then I see all my teammates fighting up here, and it feels wrong to just leave them, even though you know it's guaranteed you're going to die up here. So what I do is just go up, die along with everyone else. I don't know if it even makes a difference and holds them off very long, because the spawns, like, look at that. Exactly, they push up so quickly. So we get killed. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you guys usually do. I just don't know. I guess I should stay on the boat next time, but it's too fun just dying with your friends, right? Okay, guys, I'm going to keep it a buck. After that last objective went so long and it looked like we had it very under control, I see there's only 4 minutes for this objective, so I start fishing for kills, which was not a good move by me. But please forgive me. You know I'm an objective player. I always do it. But I was so overconfident after that, and I didn't think about that the game wasn't full before. Now it's going to be. We're going to get better players on each side. So you're going to see me kind of ignore the boats a little bit. And my very dear friends, this is when you know you're in the zone and everything's going your way. This would make for a really cool gif. Watch this. It's like jousting. Boom. He went for the sprint or special, whatever it is, and I was able to time it right and get the kill. Again, this is painful to watch as I continue to ignore the boat and just go for kills. I don't know. I should have figured by this point. This dude didn't have a weapon, and if you saw in the last video, I threw someone a weapon. That was a lower level, but this guy, I guess, is like a tryhard like me, so he just decides to really want to kill me despite me trying to give him a weapon when he didn't have one, for like a little duel there. That could have been fun, but it is what it is. Not everyone, you know, I'm a little sweaty too. Who am I to say that? So it is what it is. We keep going. Now I'm noticing the explosives do have to be diffused, so that means they actually are pushing up. I think this is around the time when I finally start realizing that, you know what, you actually have to be trying, Sean. Help your goddamn team. And at this point, we get Jon Snow level plot armor. Very clutch forward spawn because I would have been killed. Now we see a guy on the ground, not sure what I was thinking. Just being the good guy I am, I overextend and get killed, but it's fine. Hopefully he knows I tried. I was gonna fast forward, but this guy waves at me, maybe at the spawn, I'm not sure, but he emoted with me earlier too, so if he's watching, I just want him to see that. Here I make the great, very wise, insanely smart decision to just walk into their team, and in between all their swings, somehow thinking I'm going to be able to hit them, and I don't. Not happy with how I'm playing, I switched to the War Axe, that's something I do. I talk about slowing the game down and paying attention to your position again. But then if you just switch your weapon and switch what you're doing, look, I mean, I get a mega kill right away. Or maybe a triple kill. Was this a mega kill? No, just missed it. But point remains the same. I get 4 kills right off the bat. I don't prioritize getting that archer up over there because he's just going to shoot me in the back later. Why bother? If he was another like class, I absolutely would have. We got in a little fight here with that guy. I've mentioned this before. The Shamshir skin, the rapier, and I'm trying to think there's one other. They give me a little trouble where I can't see the tip of the weapon too well. So I try to avoid fighting those guys. If you have that and you come after me, just get your free kill because I can't like see it to properly counter it or even block it sometimes with the eye surgery stuff. I'll be honest, the rest of this like last minute of the game after I kill this guy, I believe, is pure just art, and I'm gonna let it speak for itself and then put the stats up at the end. What an ending, right? I like repelled them. I led the charge like I did earlier in the game. It was a lot of fun. And then I stopped recording and opened it back up because someone has requested that I put my final stat lines up, and I would have, but I didn't know it's actually in this last part here. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.